Hi, I'm Vizzy. I like making diagrams, so let's get right into it. This is the gift giving effectiveness matrix. So with the holidays around the corner, many people are receiving gifts. And the idea for this video came from talking to one of my coworkers. I brought up some of the gifts that I was giving my family, and they said something akin to, I couldn't get away with getting those types of gifts, but it's different because you're younger and you're a guy. Which I won't be dissecting that specific comment. I do like the question of what makes a good gift. Because in my mind, I thought the things that I picked out were pretty good. So I'll link the original chart in the description. I've made a couple of tweaks to it though. This matrix has two axes for quality of gift. Our first is giver's effort. So effort is not necessarily how much money you spend on a gift, but it can be. It can also just be how much time you spent on the gift. But we'll get into more specific examples later. The bottom is impact on receiver. So how much effect did the actual gift have on the person? So when we line these two things up, it gives us four distinct quadrants. The first is superficial. Usually anything in this quadrant has a pretty likely chance that both parties know that this is a superficial gift. This could be something like a coffee mug, a candle, chocolate, coffee, anything that doesn't take a lot of forethought to plan out. The next quadrant we have is inefficient. So this is the first quadrant with an imbalance. Gifts in this quadrant usually fall into two categories. It can be something custom made for the receiver, or something incredibly expensive. Regardless of the amount of effort, the receiver is not pleased. Next is efficient. Now this quadrant is imbalanced, but not in a bad way. Especially if you have a big family, or a lot of people to gift for, this is probably the ideal quadrant. This could be a gift card, cash, or a personal note of appreciation. It's simple, yes, but good for what it is. And lastly, we have significant. These are, of course, the best out of all four quadrants. Usually, to make a gift in this category, you have to know the receiver pretty well, as anything in this quadrant is deeply personal, and usually is custom made for the receiver. That being said, however, should every gift be significant? Ideally, we'd want to say yes, but consider when we were talking about the efficient quadrant. Having a lot of people to shop for may mean you have to cut corners, whether that means time or cost. So in reality, it seems like we should have a balance between these two. But of course, that's not always the case. I think at the end of the day, if you're trying to put some effort in, that should be acknowledged. And if you feel like you're not good at giving gifts, I think it's always good to try to reach out to the people that you know that are. Just like any other skill, I think it's something you can get better at. But enough about me, what do you think? Do you think this chart accurately categorizes the gifting experience? And I'd love to hear your experiences with any gifts that fall into any of these quadrants, especially inefficient gifts, as I think anything in this category is always the most memorable. Happy holidays and Happy New Year.